In this section, I'm going to create a GitHub repository to store our code. And in my GitHub account in the dashboard, I can just click this new button to create a new repository. So I will give a name, something like order manager, and then I will give a description as order manager microservice source project. And then I can select the repository type as either public or private. I'm going to select it as public so that anyone can see the code in the repository, and I can click the create repository button so that it will create a new repository in the GitHub. So after that, it shows the steps that we can follow to push the code from our local machine to the remote repository. If we already have our existing repository in our local machine, we can follow these steps. Otherwise, if you want to create a new repository in our local machine, we can follow these steps. So in our case, we don't have a repository created in our local machine. So we will have to follow these first set of steps. And for that, we have to go to the location where our code has been saved in the local machine. And then in that location, we can create a Git repository. So this is the place we have saved our code. In this location, I have to create a repository with these commands. To do that, first I have to open the Git bash here. So once we open the Git bash in this location, we can see uh, it will open this terminal. And to create the repository, I can issue the command git init, and it will initialize the Git repository. After that, we can follow these commands one by one. And first, I will check the current status of the repository by issuing the command git status. Right now, we are in the master branch. I'm going to issue the command git status so that it will show the current status. So it's showing right now we have untracked files in the repository. Those files in the red color, those are currently not tracked by Git. So we can issue the command git add space dot. That will make all the files in the repository to be tracked by Git. So once we issue that git add command, and after that we can issue the git status, and now it's showing that files are in now green color, which means those files are being now tracked by Git. So as the next step, we can issue the git commit command, and I'm going to issue the git commit command with a suitable message to identify what changes we have made as of now. So I'm going to give the message as customer hyphen service microservice, and because that's the changes we have done so far. We have made changes to the customer service microservice project, and we haven't touched anything in the order service microservice project. So when we issue the commit message, we have to give a command to represent what changes we have done so far. So I can give the command like customer service microservice completed, and then we can hit enter. So now the changes has been committed, and we are right now in the master branch. Next, we can issue the git remote add origin command with the URL mentioned here to add the remote origin for this Git repository. And finally, we can issue the git push command to push the code to remote repository. We have to use the origin master because we are in the master branch, not in the main branch. So once we do that, our code will be pushed to the remote repository. Now we can go to the repository again by clicking the repository name, and now we can see there are files under the master branch. We have two microservice projects, customer service, order service. And when you go to the customer service, we can see there are code that we have added so far, all the packages and all the code that we have added so far is in the remote repository now. There is only one branch at the moment, which is the master branch. And we can see the Git message as well. And the next step should be to work on the order service microservice. So we haven't done any changes in that order service microservice. So also we can see in this IntelliJ, currently we are in the master branch. In the bottom right corner, we can see the current branch. So when we want to work on this order service, the best thing we should do is we have to create a new branch first. So to create a new branch, I can issue this command git checkout -b, and we can give a branch name. So I'm going to give the branch name as something like order underscore service underscore v1, and it will create a git branch with this name. So once we hit enter, we should see this new branch will be created, and our code will also show that branch. So if we go to the, if we check the IntelliJ right now it should change the branch from master to order service viewer. Yeah, right now we can see in the right hand bottom the branch has been changed from master to order service v1. So now we can work on this order service microservice. First, I'm going to create the packaging structure as usual. Let's create the entity package first. and then repository package, service package, next, and also controller package, and DTO package as well. Okay, now the package structure has been created, and we can start working on the code for the order service microservice.